That's why Brock's able to be here right now, still pushing, even though he does have technically, and he's still getting better, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what they say, life's a bitch, just learn how to fuck it. What up, bitches?
Oh shit, Nikki's on a phone call. That's my bad. She works a very corporate job. Corporate America. But currently, what, 3.5 weeks out, 3 weeks out Saturday. Just getting my meal prepped on. Outside Tato. I hate this part of prep. The 0 sodium seasonings. Ass. I was using like all of the seasonings and all of the condiments, but you know, I was getting pretty shredded using real ketchup. So got 3.5 weeks of this garbage. But yeah, I'm on the ground meat. I have TMJ, if you've ever heard of that. It's like a muscle in your jaw. So if I like chew a lot, it's from I grind my teeth when I sleep and I clench my jaw when I train. So sometimes my jaw will like get stuck and I won't be able to open my mouth all the way. So when I'm chewing a lot, because I already got bagels in my plan, when I'm chewing a lot, then it locks up. So I just do all the ground meats. Super easy for me to eat. I feel like it digests better for me as well. But yeah, just a little insight. We pull sodium seasonings at 4 weeks out. I start using Miss Dash. I just season the shit out of my stuff with the Southwest Chipotle, or I'll use the extra spicy. Those are the only two I use. As you can see, I'm just getting my shit like as charred as I can. So it's just easy to eat, super ground down. Right now for prep, it is just about getting to the end. You know, I'm eating for function. It's not for enjoyment at all at this point. Luckily, I'm still eating so much food that I don't really even feel like I'm dieting. My rice stayed at 250 grams all prep. I started at prep at like 360 grams. So being at 250 grams of rice, have carbs with all my meals except for my last meal. And I'm getting super high carb days. My high carb days like over 300 grams of rice, I have 4 bagels in a day, a lot of honey. So yeah, I mean, I'm chilling. Oh, I'm actually good. Unless I hold something. Oh, I'm not doing it anymore.
Leg day, I always do like kind of a warm up. I stretch, try to move around a little bit, especially when I'm later in prep. My knees get tight, ankles get tight, hips get tight. So, you know, I like to feel loose so I'm less at risk for injury. I'll go through some of my stretches that I've actually had a lot of people, especially my clients, ask kind of what I do for lower back and just hip mobility. I do this multiple times a week. Typically I do it at my house, but I always make sure that I prioritize it on leg day. So first thing I'm gonna do is just get a nice stretch through the hamstrings. You wanna try to keep your hips planted on the floor. Use exercise band, have moderate amount of resistance. If you have a partner stretching, what you're gonna wanna do is have them walk up as far as they can, press into them until you are fatigued, relax again, have them stretch you for 7 seconds, and then press in again, and repeat that process. You'll get a little bit more flexibility with each movement. So next I'm gonna go out to the side. Like I said, you probably won't have like a decent, this will be a lot harder if you've never done it before, pretty decent mobility. So I'll come out to the side, really opening up that hip, do a nice long hold there. I usually do about 15 seconds. Obviously I'm just running through it right now for you guys. Then from here, I'll come up, I'll go around, and I'll usually look over to the left and I'll really get a nice stretch. You don't want it to like hurt. You want to have like a good, comfortable stretch. I usually do a couple movements of this. I'll do both legs, usually 3 times. So I'm gonna run through that really quick, and then after that, I'll show you what I do next. I don't know how many of you knew this, but I was a big track guy back in the day. So I did track, wrestling, football. So a lot of my stretching is just like track warm-ups. You know, I'll do like a lot of like glute stretches. That's what I'm trying to stretch right now. Obviously I'll try to do like, I'll do my side splits and try and stretch like through the groin and everywhere like that. So I'll do both sides, transition. You know, mobility is so important. I tell you guys all the time, like, you need to be able to fully stretch the fascia if you want to fill it with muscle and really optimize and volumize the muscle. If you're super tight and restricted, you're not going to grow as efficiently, right? For example, I'm training quads today. There is a too much stretching. You don't want too much stretching. You want to just feel like loose, opened up, mobile. You don't want to like coming in here and stretching for like an hour. I usually stretch, like I said, 10-15 minutes, just warm up, make sure I'm feeling good. Just from the rhabdo and all the shit that I've had over the last couple of years, I get really bad muscle cramps in my quads, so I really got to make sure I'm feeling nice, loose, opened up, and then that helps mitigate and just remove that shit, because leg cramps, 3 out of 10. A lot of lower back pain stems from tight hips, so I really want to make sure my hips feel loose. So I'm just gonna go into it, just straight leg kick, swing all the way through, just really let go of that hip. Like even right now, I can feel my hip in the back, it's like pretty tight, down kind of by that SI joint on the left side. So I just want to swing through this. And these are like super easy things that you guys can be doing. Like I said, you spend 10-15 minutes and your just risk for injury just goes down so much. Feel a lot better. It's just worth it. So like a lot of people ask how I put all this size on like my legs and everything. A lot of it is mobility, you know, and making sure that I'm staying in the gym, getting the most out of all my sessions. I can't get the most out of my session if I'm not feeling good or if my back's all twinged up. Good, thanks. Drive.
Want bodybuilding and shit?
Yes.
But I fucking made it a point to prioritize bodybuilding.
Yes.
Dude, if I was gonna work like double shift, I'd make sure I have a window to at least get my meals in
Yes.
and fucking train and then go
Yes.
ahead and another shift.
Yes.
That's it.
That's what I said.
And I'm not like,
And I was telling them, I was like, money is a lot like dieting. You either gotta have more calories or drop more calories. So you either gotta make more money or spend less money, right? So like for me and Nikki, bodybuilding was my priority. So I didn't have the capacity to go out, get another job that required more time. So I had a budget and I spent less money, you know?
didn't buy shoes for 3 years.
Yeah, I didn't buy new shoes. I wasn't buying drops. Like, because that was what was important to me.
Yeah.
So that's what I tell people all the time. I'm like, yeah, you might make more money.
If
But then-
bodybuilding is really important to me, he wouldn't work for you. From this prep to the last prep, like the more you practice, obviously, the more it's easy to activate the legs.
Oh yeah.
My first prep was so hard. I was like, fuck, this is so difficult.
Yeah.
And now I'm just practicing poses in the morning. I'm just,
Yeah, it's easy.
yeah.
It's just routine. And it brings the lines out harder once you can actually like communicate with the muscle.
So I'll never understand. That's what a lot of people need to understand is that even at this level, I'm still learning new shit.
Yeah.
I don't understand how like people that just get into the game think they know everything, man.
Yeah.
It's like kill that ego, and I guarantee you,
You'll get better.
you'll get better. You'll get better, and
He
you know,
can do the Olympia twice. Still learning.
still learning every day. Still think I don't know shit. It's all perspective. Look it up. It's the Dunning-Kruger effect. Dunning-Kruger. The more you know, the less you know.
The more you know, the less you know.
Heels, big heels. Yes. Heels, big heels. Yes. Yeah. But like if you are truly depleting for long term and you're like in the trenches, then it starts to pull that like interstitial water from like spinal.
Like into your spine.
Yeah. But if rapid weight loss is a lot of it's like just intramuscular, subcutaneous.
And then I lost that weight. But imagine I didn't take that time off, never lost that weight. Then I get out there, then I have to use diuretics,
Fuck.
you know. And then little do I know.
Like old you would have just been like, fuck, I'm behind, I gotta keep pushing, I gotta push harder.
Yeah, exactly.
Wiser, older you now knows like, okay, there's a time to push and there's a time to
Yeah, like clearly my body's not responding. That's not from lack of effort or training.
I'm sure you can find this clip. Brock at the beginning of his prep said to the camera, I remember this shit. He said that I'm gonna do whatever I can to make sure that I have all my days lined up, and when I have the power to like line up these perfect days, because there will be times where shit hits the fan and a lot of days aren't in your control, and it's because you're so consistent, and the days that you can nail 100% that you have full control of sets you up so that the days that you can't control don't undermine your overall progress and don't take away from the full body of work that you're doing. That's why Brock's able to be here right now, still pushing, even though he does have technically, and he's still getting better, right?
Yeah.
So those people that, you know, the days that you let go that you could have controlled, could have done better, think about those days, because you need those days, and those days matter the most, because there will be times, I don't care who you are, there's gonna be things out of your control. That's just life.
It's like PTO with work. Like if you're using your PTO to go fuck off and like go hang out and just, you didn't feel like going to work today, and then suddenly your spouse gets in a car accident and you got to take all this time off from work and you got to sit at home, but you just spent all this PTO going on trips and fucking off, and now you don't have any of that in reserve, you know. Whereas if you grind and you do all that shit and you set that time aside for if you have an emergency, then you have peace of mind when you're sitting on your ass.
So, brother,
You're not going fucking crazy. But
I think about it with like, not even like training for competitively, but like if you're like not wanting to go to the gym, like you only have, say if you train once a week, like one body part a week, that's only 52 chest days a year.
yeah.
So I'm like, not fucking missing, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's a 52 opportunities to get better.
and in the grand scheme of things, 52 is not much.
No, it's not. All right, peeps, that wraps up leg day. It's crazy. I only have like 3 or 4 more leg days. So feeling good. I'm gonna take a couple pics in the posing room in just a second. Rest of the day, I got up, meal prep, so I am just going to rest and relax. This is gonna be a different week for me. You know, normally I have a rest day tomorrow, but me and Taylor got arms tomorrow. Nick is not going to be here. I'm feeling super solid. Just checking boxes, taking it 1 meal at a time. Yeah, I feel good. My face is coming in pretty retarded. So 2 pounds above weight cap. I bet you I weigh like 224 on stage, and which would be awesome because, you know, obviously you want to be as close to cap as possible, but I would love to be under my cap because then at least I can add some size and I'm not just like, fuck, I'm stuck at 227. So always room for improvement, but appreciate the support. Thank you guys for following. Please like, comment, subscribe, and as always, peace out, bitch.